Okay, here we have got a nice question from Erodo, and the thing is, there is a thin wire which is having an electrical charge. So let me just draw the wire for you first. It's a thin wire only, negligible thickness. Now, because it contains charge, so it will be already under tension. What is the reason? Because the charges will be repelling each other. So each small element of the ring that you take, let's say we take this small element here, which is subtending some angle theta at the center, or d theta, let's say. Yeah, so this element will have, let's say, a charge per unit length lambda into the length lambda is r d theta, where the angle is d theta. So this ring element already is getting repulsion from the remaining charge on the ring, and the overall repulsion will be in this way. So each element of the ring would like to go radially out, like this. Each element of the ring will like to go radially out, because of which the radius tries to increase, because elements going radially out trying to go. And because of this tendency of increasing the radius means increasing the perimeter, means increasing the length of the string, which is 2 pi r. So ring will apply tension force and not allow the ring elements to go away. This string has a property that it is inextensible. It will increase its tension and not allow the charges to fly apart in radially outward direction. Now, what we are doing is, we are putting a point charge q naught at the center. That will further increase the tension, because any charge element now will get some extra repulsion force. Already as element in the circumference that we have taken, already it is getting a repulsion from the remaining charges on the ring. On top of that, we are keeping another charge q naught at the center. So this q naught will create extra repulsion on this element. And because of this extra repulsion, an extra tension is required to cancel out that extra repulsion, so that the increase in radius doesn't happen. And let's say this element is subtending d theta, and its charge is charge per unit length into the length is r d theta. So the length which I am talking about is this length here, r d theta. Okay, so the charge on this element is q by 2 pi into d theta. So how much force it will get from the charge kept at the center? So that will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught into q by 2 pi d theta k q1 q2 by r square. Now this extra force which is coming needs to be cancelled out by extra tension. Let's say tension increases by delta t. Okay, so if the tension increases by delta t, already there was a tension t. So let us draw the element. So this is our r d theta element. I am making a little bit bigger diagrams for our better understanding. But actually this angle subtended by the element tends to 0. The reason is that because we are taking a very small element. Okay. Now let us draw the tangents. So this element is having a length of r d theta. So total angle subtended at the center C is d theta. So if we take half of it, half of the angle is d theta by 2. Remaining half angle is also d theta by 2. So we can say that the remaining part of the string is applying tension force on it. Tension force is tangential. So one tension force like this, another tension force like this. Now already there was a tension T previous to keeping the charge Q naught at the center. Now there is an additional tension of delta T. So tension T plus delta T. Now let us draw the tangent at the midpoint of the element. Midpoint of the element is A. So if I draw the tangent over there, so that tangent will be in this way. Okay. So let me just shift this t plus dt, which is looking a little bit something like this. Okay, no issues. T plus dt. Okay, now this angle will be d theta by 2, and the other tension also acting, that also will make d theta by 2, because there is radius r1 and there is radius r2. Corresponding to the two radius, there are tangent t1 and tangent t1 and tangent t2. So if the radius makes d theta by 2 angle, corresponding tangent also makes d theta by 2 angle. Now, what is the component of this tangent force towards the center? Towards the center means towards the line AC. So towards this direction I am talking about. So the thing is, if you take this individual tension forces, then this component is getting cancelled out for the two tension forces. T plus dt, or let's call it delta t, into cos of d theta by 2, and t plus delta t into cos of d theta by 2. These are getting cancelled out, but this component will get added up. So that component will be t plus delta t into sine of d theta by 2, unlike there are two of them. Now this is the net resultant of tension force towards the center on a small element of the string which is subtending d theta angle at the center. This is the net tension force towards the center. So previous to increasing the tension by delta t, already this 2t sine d theta by 2 was already there. What is coming extra is 2 delta t into sine of d theta by 2, which can be written as delta t d theta, because sine of d theta by 2 will be equal to d theta by 2. So this is a extra tension force coming on an element towards the center, and this towards the center extra tension force will balance the extra repulsion force that this element is getting, and that extra repulsion force we have already calculated, which is this. So let us balance the two forces, extra tension towards center and extra repulsion away from the center. So from there we'll get the what is the additional value of tension force developed. So that will be equal to q naught q by 8 pi square epsilon naught r square, additional tension developed.